friends. It is so good to see all of your faces here today. Let me ask you a question. How many of you here today feel like you're not living up to your full potential? How many of you feel like you have more to give, more to achieve, more to experience in this life? But for some reason, you just can't seem to get yourself to take consistent action. Well, my friends, I'm here to tell you that the key to unlocking that potential, the secret to finally making the breakthroughs you've been longing for, is all about one simple word: consistency. You see, it doesn't matter how talented you are, how smart you are, or how much potential you have. If you can't develop the discipline to show up and do the work day in and day out, then I'm sorry to say, but you're never going to reach the heights that you're truly capable of. Now, I know that's a tough pill to swallow. Believe me, I've been there myself. There were times in my life when I was brimming with ideas full of ambition and drive, but I just couldn't seem to follow through. I'd start a new project with so much enthusiasm only to fizzle out after a few weeks. I'd make grand proclamations about the changes I was going to make, only to slide right back into my old habits and patterns. You know what I realized? The problem wasn't a lack of motivation or vision. The problem was that I hadn't trained myself to be consistent. I hadn't developed the mental toughness and self-discipline required to push through the inevitable obstacles and challenges that arise when you're trying to make significant, lasting change in your life. I was, but once I figured that out, once I made the decision to force myself to be consistent, no matter what, that's when everything started to shift. That's when I began to see the progress and success that I had only ever dreamed of. Friends, I'm here to tell you that the same can be true for each and every one of you. You see, consistency is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. It's the difference between someone who talks a big game but never delivers and who quietly, steadily, day after day, puts in the work and sees their dreams come to fruition. Consistency is what separates the winners from the losers, the successful from the mediocre, the fulfilled from the frustrated. And the best part is, consistency is a skill that can be learned and developed, just like any other. It's not some innate quality that you either have or you don't. No, my friends, it's a muscle that you can strengthen, a habit that you can cultivate, a mindset that you can intentionally forge within yourself. It means, but it's not going to be easy. I'll tell you that right now. Developing consistency requires sacrifice, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to your goals. It means saying no to the easy distractions, the temptations to cut corners or take the path of least resistance. It means pushing through the resistance, the self-doubt, the moments of fatigue and discouragement, and showing up to do the work anyway. Let me tell you, there will be plenty of those moments because the truth is, it's human nature to seek comfort, to avoid discomfort, to take the easy way out. Our brains are wired to conserve energy and minimize effort. That means that any time we try to step outside of our comfort zones and do something challenging or difficult, our minds are going to put up a fight. But here's the thing, friends, if you want to achieve anything truly remarkable in this life, you have to be willing to do the hard work. You have to be willing to push past the resistance, to embrace the discomfort, and to forge ahead even when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to give up. Because let me tell you, the rewards on the other side of that consistent, disciplined effort, they are truly profound. I'm talking about the personal growth, the success, the fulfillment that most people can only ever dream of. But it all starts with that first step. That first decision to force yourself to be consistent. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Jim, how do I even begin to develop this consistency? I mean, I've tried before and failed. What makes you think I can actually pull it off this time? Well, friends, let me share with you the 3 key principles that I found to be absolutely essential for cultivating true lasting consistency in your life. The first principle is this: you have to get crystal clear on your why. You need to have a deep, burning reason, a compelling purpose that drives you forward and keeps you motivated even when the going gets tough. It's because, let me tell you, without a strong enough why, your consistency is going to crumble like a house of cards the moment the first storm rolls in. You see, consistency is not just about willpower or discipline. It's about tapping into something much deeper within yourself. It's about aligning your actions with your core values, your deepest desires, your vision for the life you want to create. When you can connect what you're doing on a daily basis to that bigger purpose, it becomes infinitely easier to keep showing up day in and day out, no matter what obstacles may arise. I want you to take a moment and really reflect on that. What is it that you're truly passionate about? What drives you, inspires you, and fills you with a sense of purpose? What impact do you want to make? Not just on your own life, but on the world around you. Get clear on that, my friends, and let it be the guiding light that keeps you moving forward, even when the path ahead seems darkest. The second key principle is all about accountability. You see, one of the biggest challenges with developing consistency is that it's just so easy to let ourselves off the hook, to make excuses, to rationalize our way out of doing the hard work. But when you bring other people into the equation, when you make yourself accountable to something or someone outside yourself, it becomes a whole lot harder to slip back into those old comfortable patterns. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to share your goals and dreams with the entire world. In fact, I'd caution against that, because the more people you involve, the more potential there is for judgment, criticism, or unsolicited advice. Now, what I'm talking about is finding a small, trusted circle of people. Maybe it's a mentor, a coach, or a group of like-minded individuals who can serve as your accountant and your accountability partners, your cheerleaders, and your sounding boards as you navigate this journey of consistent, disciplined action. These are the people who will call you out when you're making excuses, who will celebrate your wins and push you to keep going when the going gets tough. They're the ones who will hold you to the commitments you've made and who will refuse to let you off the hook, no matter how much you might want to give up. Let me tell you, having that support system in place can make all the difference in the world, because, let's be honest, building consistency is hard enough on its own. But when you're trying to do it all alone without any outside encouragement or accountability, it becomes an uphill battle that most people simply aren't equipped to win. Friends, I want you to start thinking about who you can bring into your corner, who can serve as your allies in this journey towards greater consistency and discipline. It could be a close friend, a family member, a colleague, or even a professional coach or mentor. The key is to find people who believe in you, who will champion your progress, and who will hold you to the high standards that you set for yourself. And the third and final principle is all about taking consistent, intentional action. You see, at the end of the day, consistency is not just a mindset or a feeling in it. It's a tangible, measurable set of behaviors and habits that you have to cultivate over time. Now I know what you might be thinking, but boss, I already know that I need to take action. I've tried that before, and it just hasn't stuck. You're absolutely right, my friends. Simply taking action is not enough. What you need to do is develop a rock-solid system, a daily routine, a set of habits that you can reliably fall back on, no matter what life throws your way. How is this? Because let's be honest, life is messy. It's unpredictable, it's chaotic, and it's always going to present us with unexpected challenges and distractions. If you don't have a clear intentional plan in place for how you're going to show up and do the work day in and day out, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. What does that look like in practical terms? Well, it might mean setting aside a specific time of day for your most important tasks and guard in that time ferociously. It might mean creating a detailed step-by-step plan for how you're going to accomplish your goals and then breaking that plan down into smaller, manageable action steps. It could also mean building an accountability check-in, whether that's with a coach, a mentor, or a trusted friend or family member. Having someone to report back to, someone who can ask you the tough questions and keep you honest, can be an incredibly powerful motivator to stay on track. And let's not forget about the power of habit. When you can turn your consistent actions into automatic routines and behaviors, that's when the real magic starts to happen. Because let's be honest, we're all creatures of habit. If you can get yourself to the point where doing the work feels just as natural and effortless as brushing your teeth or making your morning coffee, then you've truly mastered the art of consistency. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That all sounds great, boss, but how do I actually go about creating those kinds of habits and routines?